Hey guys, Palmerater here, and welcome to a review video that I'm doing. This is one of the first review videos that I've ever done, and it's going to be on Season 5, Episode 14 of The Walking Dead. I just literally just got done, turned it off the TV, and sat down to make this video because boy was it a crazy episode. I just wanted to talk about a few different things and just kind of give my 2 cents on some of the topics. So yeah, let's get into it. So start off from the opening scene, we had like a real character change come in from Gabriel, and you know, we see him come into he's bringing up, taking his Bible and starting ripping off pages, and he starts to look pretty insane, and then at the end he looks up at like God, and he just looks really pissed. So from that, you knew it was setting up some type of something for him, and we don't really come back to him until the very end of the episode. He's definitely going through some crazy issues, problems, we're not really entirely sure. I thought it was really weird, and it kind of set off a weird vibe to the start of the episode where you knew some shit was going down, that's for sure. And boy did it. So by the time they really got into the action, it literally all happened at once. They were going out, you know, they were looking for some supplies, some specific supplies for the solar panels, and then all of a sudden a grenade blows off, one person's unconscious, one person's impaled, and they are all in a very crazy shitstorm because things have not gone down that hard in Walking Dead in a few episodes because they've kind of been building up to this point where they're starting to feel safe. So they're trying to build to a point where you feel safe, and then all of a sudden, you know, the ground drops below you. And that's kind of what happened in this episode. And we knew it was coming, but we didn't know what form it was going to take. So it's pretty cool to see that. And a few of the, you know, those characters that we were feeling iffy about 2 episodes ago, you know, one's dead now. One should have been dead, but ended up killing Noah, so that increases that tension there. And it just further, you know, creates that mistrust between you know, the new group of characters coming in to our group that we're used to. The fact that Noah is dead is, you know, that was crazy. That was like the big death of the episode, and really the last few episodes since probably the finale of the half finale. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. His death scene, along with the other guy's death scene, they were brutally gory. That was amazing. I love that. Those are 2 of the goriest deaths I think we've seen in The Walking Dead. We saw Noah's face get ripped out from like his jaw, and we saw, you know, the guy on the impaled, he was just getting totally ripped apart. That was more classic. But the Noah one, that was brutal, especially for a close character where people, you know, you really get attached to, and then they all of a sudden they're just ripping him apart limb by limb, and he pushes up against the glass and don't let me go. And yeah, that was powerful. That was a powerful death scene. That was a good one. He was kind of a character that we were probably figuring that was going to go at some point. You know, he's got a disability with his leg. He's a newer character. He's not one of, like, you know, he's not Daryl. He's not Rick. You know, he's not one of the OG characters. But yeah, so we knew he was probably going to go at some point. I didn't think it was going to be that soon. I did not expect him to be the next character to die. But boy, was that an epic death scene. One other thing I wanted to touch on, it was kind of funny. So Abraham, he had his, you know, heroic scene this episode as well, where he saves that girl in the dump truck. But I thought what was really funny, his like last words, like he thought he was going to die possibly, and his last words he chose was "mother dick." Like, I've never heard that expression before. It was more like he just kind of was. There's zombies around him, and he just didn't know what to say. But then he says it again. Like, he was like really hoping those were going to be his last words. Like, "Here lies Abraham, whose last words were mother dick." And that doesn't even make any sense, but it was pretty funny, and it made me chuckle during the episode. It was like, what? And he said it twice. Like, the first time was like, kind of you almost missed it, and the other time he's like, "Mother dick, in case you didn't hear me the first time, I just made up this word, and I want it to be my last." But no, he managed to survive. Badass Abraham and all of his goodness. That further led to, you know, the struggle between the powers of you know, this new community that they found, because Abraham's now the lead construction guy in the, you know, construction team. He's leading that construction team, and, you know, he's just there. What qualifications does he have? And I'm sure that's what a lot of the guys are asking themselves. So going back to Gabriel, the priest, they ended off the episode with him basically coming in to the senator's house, the lady's name, I can't remember the lady's name, but this lady senator, and just warning them, saying that these are awful people, that, you know, Rick's team is the devil, and even though they've saved him so many times, they learned about the awful atrocities that he did, and the fact that, you know, they're genuinely good people. Yeah, they're going to put themselves in front of the others, they're going to put themselves on top, but that's the same thing that any group's going to do that, you know, spend that much time together. So it was really interesting. He comes in saying, you know, the devil hides as an angel, and that, you know, these are bad people and that you shouldn't trust them. So we kind of got thrown off guard. You know, we saw, like I said, in the beginning with the Bible ripping. So you know he's going through some, you know, issues, whatever those are. And so Maggie overheard that, and basically, you know, she looked shocked, just as shocked as we were that was happening. But so it cuts from that scene to the very end scene where Rick decides that he's going to have to kill a member of the community to save other members of the community, because he's beating his, well, I forget the guy's name, but Jess is the wife. Jess is getting beat by her husband and possibly the son as well. So kind of crazy that came up. That kind of hit us. We knew there was something wrong with the husband. He was getting this information that this is probably happening, and so he decides that he's probably going to have to kill this person. And that's just, like, you know, that sounds ironic that he has to kill these people, and that proves that he is, you know, a good person. But in fact, it's kind of the opposite, because he's doing it to protect people, and not even protect people that are part of his group, protect people just for the innocence of people. So kind of crazy there. So that's how they ended off. They ended off, you know, the two mixed polls saying, you know, these are bad people, and then them kind of going and trying to do a heroic good deed. And that is it for that episode. And I'm going to get into, I guess, my predictions a little bit here. There's obviously something going on that we don't know about still. We remember the girl in the tower. We're still trying to figure out what that was about. There's a whole, you know, the girl escaping, looking, you know, going outside the walls. So there's definitely elements of things that they don't know that they should know, and that they should be wary about, that, you know, the viewer knows. Overall, I'm starting to gain trust for this place. Like, you know, I trust the senator. I trust generally the people there. But there's something there. There's something in the drywall, I guess, is a good way to put it, that we don't know about. That's going to happen. You know, if you had told me that I would guess the next character to die, you know, Eugene just made like a massive turn in this episode. So generally, when we start to like a character that we originally didn't like, that's often a time where they'll take them off the stage and, you know, put the knife through the heart. So if I had to put a guess on the next character to die, it would be Eugene. You know, I can't promise that. I can pretty much promise it's not going to be Daryl. It's not going to be Rick. It's not going to be Glenn. Probably not Maggie. Definitely not Carl. So that is it, guys. That's all I did. This was fun. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to like the video. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, let me know. This is my first review, so I hope I did it all right. I hope I kind of hit all the points that you guys were thinking. If there's anything that you guys thought, leave your predictions down in the predictions, your thoughts. If you disagreed with anything I said, make sure to put it in the description down below. But beyond that, guys, hope you all enjoyed. Palmerater signing off. Peace.